Hey, hey, what's good? Peace and love, honors. Give thanks to the all in all. Give thanks to just earth. Give thanks to each and every one of us. Um, so, real quick, let me write this thought down. I had some ideas. Um, and let me see. Put this one down. And then this one. All right. Cool beans. Here we go. All right, so real quick, and I'm trying to keep this short and sweet, but I wanted to discuss the importance of sharing your story, um, especially when it involves people, places, or things that are very into spirituality, that know right from wrong, people that just choose to do wrong. But it's important to share your story when an injustice has been done, because not only is that letting the ancestors and the ethers and the great most highs and all that is, was, and forevermore will be, um fine tune, like, hey, that's one of my children. This, what happened, who made my child cry? You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to share your story, so God, the most highs, can hear it. Ancestors are tapped in. They hear you calling for justice and judgment. And not only that, but it's important to share your story whenever you undergo things that are perhaps traumatic, or things that have kind of taken you off your path, so to speak. um, Sharing your story helps to redirect you, because now you're putting out the energy of seeking wisdom and guidance from your inside, right? Because you're sharing your story. It's just like writing in a journal. When you go back and read things, you with growth in mind, being elevated in mind, you can go back and read those things that you were dealing with and see where you have, were in error, and also see the type of mindset and perspective that you were in. It's important to share your story so you can remember, and also so you can help guide and protect your posterity, your future generations, your children. It's important for you to share your story and share the truth with your children, especially, no matter how crazy it might sound, how whatever it might sound. It's important to share your story. So, and I want to touch back on what did I say? So I might have to take notes while I talk, because sometimes I just go and then I be forgetting everything. I be like, no. But so I was like, and tell your story. So judgment, most highs hear you. Okay, so speaking from within, right? So yes, sharing your story gives you the opportunity to really remember and go back and be more in fine tune with yourself. A lot of times in this journey, especially for some of us that are quote unquote awakened, we're seeking knowledge and wisdom and more understanding of the planet and our beings and how the universe, how we're related to the universe, astrology, all these great things, right? We're awakening to, like, oh wait, that stuff actually does matter and pertains to me, and I need to have at least a little inkling of what it is, what it means, so I can recognize certain aspects of my life, certain cycles, certain trials and tribulations, and different type of energies, vampire energies and things of that nature. So it's important to share your story so you can express these things. And now that you're expressing these things, you are allowing the energies of the planet, the cosmos, God, Allah, whatever you choose to believe in, that's your higher self, even if it's your lower self, you're calling upon those energies by sharing the truth, right? Because yes, it takes two to tango, but let's be real and honest and realistic. A lot of times things do happen because miscommunication, but somebody always ends up taking it a step further and doing things with ill intentions, and that's what you call judgment on. You know what I'm saying? Those things, this person or this group, this place, this, and the energy took it upon itself to create derailment, to create blockages in our lives, to create lack, to try to create a resistance, to try to create just a downfall, period. Some people really out here wants others to be destitute, desolate, to have nothing. I had my ex's mom, gone now, father of my child, actually, his mother. I called her for help because I really didn't know who else to call. And I thought that she would be in her overstanding, but she was the complete opposite. In fact, she took the opportunity. This is during the time when my mother passed away. She took that phone call as an opportunity to tell me, mind you, we didn't even put my mom in the ground yet. And she couldn't wait to tell me, I'm a prophetess. And you gonna be in poverty. You ain't gonna have nothing. Your dad and your brother gonna take everything from you. And yeah, so now I'm still, even now, I'm an infant when it comes to spirituality, because my heart, my inner core being, despite what might come out my mouth in the middle of road rage, right? Fuck you, and I've gone past that, but my heart, my inner self, my soul, my spirit, my body, my mind doesn't seek to harm. It doesn't seek somebody else's downfall. I'm not putting my time and energy into somebody else's downfall. And you have people out here that are willingly the shaitan's puppets. And they believe that there's no right or wrong. But if you say that there's no right or wrong, then explain those that do things to children that forever scar that child. That's something that's wrong. And it deserves the greatest punishment of the Most High. And really of man, if we can help it. Because I'd be like, chop everything off. Chop it off. In a 1, in a 2, in a 3, in a 2, 2, 2. I'm cutting up pieces. Like, do, slicing shit. And they have to watch. And there's no medication. There's nothing. You do that to a child, that's what you deserve. That's what you wanted. You wanted the ultimate punishment. But anyway, we're not going to even get on that because that's a whole nother video, right? So the purpose of me making this video was to bring to light that when you actually been, and I'm not talking about people that caused trauma or people that caused the downfall of somebody, your story would be a little bit different of how you overcame being that type of person. But what I'm speaking about is not necessarily the victim card, but when you've been through some experiences that were unexplainable, that that really there wasn't injustice. There was no reciprocity. Um, your story needs to be shared so that people who also have a good heart, mind, soul, body, and spirit will learn from your lesson, because we're all here to learn from each other. We're all here to grace each other, to have mercy upon each other, to love one another, to help uplift, encourage. You know, woe unto those that live in that energy of trying to bring down somebody's light, to dim their light. Woe unto those people. You know, Most High's got it. That's all I could say. Um, but it's important, like I just shared with the story about my ex's mother. Um, I plan on sharing more intellect on signs, symbols, and things that I thought were mere coincidences, that I thought were just like, you know how some people, they see the good in people, they see the potential of people, but what you fathom in your mind isn't what those people are, what they have chosen to be. You might be seeing like, wow, this person is so spiritual. They can teach me so much. I'm so excited. Meanwhile, that person is like, I ain't teaching you shit. Fuck you. I'm going to try to rob you spiritually. I'm going to try to rob you physically. I'm going to drain you mentally. I'm going to drain. That's the type of shit. And you be gullible and vulnerable and really just too much in your heart space and not balanced with the mind, body, and spirit in your physical awareness. Stop. So that leads to you wanting to stick around because you're hoping and you're willing and you're trying to manifest the great relationship. But meanwhile, you're supposed to take heed to the things people say, to the things that people do, to the reactions that people have, no matter how big or small. I'm telling you, that shit is crazy. People will be like really demonically smiling in your face and pretending to be happy for you, but the whole time you could feel the energy and you know that shit ain't real. You know that shit ain't real. All right? Pay attention. So telling your story is to help other people take heed to the signs and symbols that they might be experiencing or they're going through before they reach a point of no return. I give thanks to my mother most of all, because she taught me so much. The tools that she left me, mind, body, and spirit, my God, that is the greatest mother. She gave me tools that when she's no longer here, by the grace of the Most High, I'm able to stand on my 2 feet no matter what, and give thanks to the Most High that she gave me the tools to know right from wrong, to treat people how you want to be treated. Because guess what? All of that, when you're in need, when it comes time, if you got by those energy vampires, if you got by people who play spiritual mind games and did spirit and walked, okay, they walked and talked in spiritual wickedness, but they cloaked themselves as love and light. When you got by those people, sometimes it takes a period of recuperation. And a lot of times you will go through a stage of renewal and restoration and replenishment. And then you reseed and reheap your inheritance spiritually, physically, mentally, okay, financially, right? I went too deep. I went too far. Not too deep. I went too far and I lost my train of thought. Oh, so it's important. Damn, give me a minute. Y'all just gonna have to give me a minute. Fuck it. What was I saying? So if you got by these people, it takes a period of, you're gonna have to replenish all that. You're gonna have to go through, sit down somewhere, and rethink, remember why you're in where you're at, right? So you can course correct. Thank you to the course correct. Yes, I'm taking heed, right? So and then as you're course correcting, as you're coming out of the fog, God, the Most High, Jehovah, the Elohim, Eloha, the Orishas, whatever, Allah, Buddha, whatever it is that you project in the energy that feeds you and you feed it, and it's in the good, wholesomeness and righteousness, whatever that title name is you give it, will bliss you with people that will assist you further on your journey. But if you succumb to the spiritual warfare that other people want you to keep cycling in, because they want you in cycles of poverty, they want you in cycles of confusion, they want you in cycles of lack, they want you in cycle of begging for their energy, and attention and money even. They want you in cycles that are detrimental to your forward movement spiritually for your next lifetime. Now you got to come back and relearn the lesson. And we're not doing that. We're breaking that shit. Oh, you know what? I learned that lesson. I see it for what it is. I saw you, but I definitely see you now. And for that, I'm going to have to course correct. And now Most High is going to make sure you straight. Most High is going to make sure that you straight. Every time. But you have to course correct. You have to recognize why, when, where, who, how. Is that all of them? It's another one. Who, what, where, when, how, and why. I don't know. Anyway, taking it back to elementary. I'm 80s, baby. You know what I'm saying? We still got it. We got the common sense too. Some of us don't. Some of us along the path and the journey from time we was procreated all the way up to now, you got lost in the sauce, and you really think you can be out here doing whatever, treating people however, and your expectations of life is low. You know what I'm saying? So you expect other people not to have shit because you don't have shit. Meanwhile, you have the willpower to go and get your own shit, but since you taken from other people, you'll never have it. You'll never obtain. And now that nigga has to learn their lesson, right? Over and over and over again till they get it right. But we're cutting the cords so they can go on and learn their lesson on their own. We breaking those spiritual contracts. We're singeing the shit out of those cords. Okay, it's broken. It's done. Ain't no we gonna come back do this again. No. Find somebody else to do it. Find somebody else to do it. It won't be me. And it won't be my heir either. Right? Because divine is, as divine thinketh, so shall he be. So, and I give thanks that my mother instilled in me divinity. My family instilled in me divinity. Right? So, it's important to share your story. But share the truth. Share the truth. Always share the truth, because that's what you're going to reap. Truth is a reflection of yourself. If you live in your authenticity and in your truth, truth will be reflected unto you. Love will be reflected unto you. Peace will be reflected unto you. Everything that you come across and be around will exude those type of frequencies and energies. And truth will also be reflected of you in a lower vibrational sense. If you're not healed, if you're not self-aware, truth will show you that. Bite me. Tripping out. Anyway. So yeah. I think that was it for the most part. I will that more true light beings share their story about the things that they have overcame, because it is inspiring. The truth is inspiring, right? And the truth always sets you free, which is another point that I want to make before I go. When people invoke spells over your life, sometimes you must tell the truth. It's not something you can just, oh, that happened to me, cower and, go live your life on. You must tell the truth. Whenever spiritual warfare is permanent, I don't know, no, not permanent, but what's the word that I'm looking for? Very existent, okay? I can't think of it right now, but when you've encountered those things, it's important to tell the truth on a spiritual level so that everything is rebuked. And inshallah, mashallah, most high is willing, so more to be, more like-minded people will help send out that vibration so those people can learn their lesson, their karmic debt lesson, and truly heal. Yeah. And then now you have a community of healed people making sure that that energy never comes into play again. And the only way, and really, I think at this point in spirituality, from what we've learned, I don't care what the title or the relationship was or should be. If somebody ain't right mentally, physically, spiritually, stay away. Stay away from them. And if you know you ain't right, you can't come around what's good anyway. You can't come around what's flourishing, because when people do wrong to others and they try to carry on as if they didn't have no hand, their hands is not covered in blood, they wear that. That was the point of the Cain and Abel story. When God was like, you're going to wear this mark. Think about it. Cain, slander is just like murder, right? Doing things, creating blockages, that's just as equivalent to murder, because you're stopping somebody's progress in life. You're stopping God's divine plan for somebody. And although it is still in God's plan, because now that person has to learn a lesson and overcome, the fact that you initiated ill intentions and wickedness, well, let's just say I lost my train of thought on that one. We're going to leave that one alone. But damn, I hate when I do that. And it's probably because it's something that I don't need to expound upon right now. That. But anyway, so yeah, it's gone in the wind somewhere.